Hello creative friends, this is Joy. So today I have this ink tonic card making kit that I bought, and I have the new ink tonic Tim Holtz studio that I recently got. I just got it, just pulled it out of the box. So I'm so excited to use it and to use this card making kit. So I'm just looking at like what all comes in it, and it comes with all kinds of paper, a couple of dies, a couple of stamps, and a magazine with different cards in there that you can make. So I decided I wanted to make this one card, but I don't see anywhere in their papers where it has like that little center blue star image. So I'm like, So since it didn't seem to have the exact, actually none of the stars were that blue, so I really liked that card that was blue, shades of blue. So I thought, well, I guess I'll just have to improvise, and decided that I was going to make a gold card instead. So I'm cutting out the pieces in the color that I want to use, and I find a background paper that I also want to use that will go with the card, and you know be able to make the card like it shows in the magazine, or at least as close as I can make it in the as it shows in the magazine. So I get some white cardstock, and I cut it. I look at to see what the size is of the card in the magazine, and I cut my paper down to size, and then I fold it in half to make my card, and use my bone folder to crease it. And then I take the pattern paper that came in the kit and cut that down to the size that it specifies for the front of the card. And then I take another piece of white cardstock and cut that down to the size, another piece to the size as what the instructions indicate. And then I found this kind of goldish cardstock that I had in my stash, and cut that down just a little bit smaller than what it said. And I got all my pieces cut down to the size that it needed to be. And then I got my Cuttlebug, and I pulled out the die that fit the star and taped that down and ran that through my Cuttlebug. And as you can see, it just like slid right through. And I'm like, oh, great. So it's not even going to cut. So I try to add it, that is like a pad that's for actually embossing. I tried to add one, that didn't work. Tried to add two, that didn't work because it's has too much give. So then I just turned my camera off. I said, okay, I got to figure this out. So and here is an embossing folder. So I'm also struggling with that to get it to work. But what I ended up having to do to get the one to cut, yeah, see, it's not working. So what I ended up having to do to get the one to cut is I ended up having to put some shims in there to make it tighter. So I did get it cut, and then I did get the one embossed. I had to use two embossing folders for some reason to get it to emboss. And I wanted this gold piece just to be more gold, so I used some gold metallic paint on this. And I found out that gold metallic paint doesn't exactly come off of the Tonic Studio real easily, but it did come off. And I found there was not a die to cut out this particular shape, so I had to fussy cut or hand cut this shape out. I thought there would have been a die to cut this out in the kit, but there was not, so I fussy cut that out, which I don't particularly like to do because I'm not particularly good at it, but whatever. I did it anyway. And my star, it kind of was a little off when I got that cut out. I guess it shifted a little bit, but I was okay with that as well. So I put foam tape on the back of the one image, and then here I'm putting the card together now that I got all my pieces. So I put down that pattern paper, I put down that piece of cardstock on top of that, I put down the gold paper, and then I put my other pieces, adhere my other pieces to the top of the card. So I really like the way the card turned out. It did turn out pretty cute. And so I'm looking forward to trying some more of these cards that's in this magazine. So yeah, here I'm just using a glue stick to adhere that star down in the middle. And when I put it on there, I don't know, it seemed like it kind of got lost. So I did take a black marker and then go around it so it'd stand out a little better. So that's pretty much the card that I made. Like I said, I had fun making it. A little frustration, a couple of steps there, but you know, I am looking forward to making some more cards. So I hope you guys liked the video. If you do, you can give me a thumbs up. You can also leave me a comment if you'd like to leave me a comment, or you can subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more. And I don't know what I'm going to do with this card. I may give it to somebody, or I may, you know, I don't know. I'll do something. I wanted to get into card making, so we'll see. We'll see what I do with it, and look forward to making more. So this is a stamp set that came with the kit, and it has a couple sayings, so I pulled off the stamp that says "Reach for the Stars," because I wanted to stamp this on the inside of the card. That little thing on the outside that I put on the upper left hand corner says "Thoughts of You" is what it says on it. So I thought that this stamp, "Reach for the Stars," stamping it inside was appropriate. And then I grabbed a gold pen, gel pen, and just added some stars to the inside of the card. So that's the card that I made. I thank you guys for stopping by and watching, and we'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.